Hello and welcome to Arm with Controllers. This is Fabs here, and today I'm going to be playing Zone of the Enders 2, the HD edition they recently released on the PS3 and 360. I do like my Zone of the Enders. I mean, you know, it's a mech game, so of course I'm going to be interested. Most people know Zone of the Enders as that game we got free with your Metal Gear Solid 2 demo. But underneath, you know, the whole repackage this just so someone with the demo so someone would buy it. Actually, pretty fun game, and I'm not just saying this as some guy who happens to like mech an awful lot. Now, the sequel improved on the first one immensely. The combat was a lot more fluid, it didn't feel as stiff as the first one. You got a whole load more weapons and moves to deal with. The plotline was improved immensely as well, it didn't take 2 hours to complete either. And yeah, this one of the defining games of my teenage years, I think, so I was really quite pleased when they re-released it on the future consoles. So, here I am. I've got to destroy a couple of locks to continue on my mission to save a bunch of workers, because that's what you do. And I'm being harassed by fighter jets. Yeah, that's how it usually goes. So, here we go. Some guard sentry things here, which are too stupid and can't deal with my massive glowing balls of destruction. That's right, balls of destruction. Okay, so mummy heads, these sons of, well, you know. These guys here are complete nightmares to fight in this one, I find, because they have the ability to unleash, you know, huge battlefield blocking off ray beams of destruction, and of course when you do blow them up you get the raptors underneath as well. It's very annoying, but it's good that they did do a bit more with these grunt bad guys in this game, because, you know, the raptors, cyclopses, mummy heads, they were all in the first game as well, but they've given them more moves and made them all quite a bit deadlier in this game, which, you know, pretty good, because the first game was, yeah, just a touch too easy, and this one here, yeah, touch harder, I should argue. Okay, so Zone of the Enders. Much like most mech things in Japan these days, it does owe a heavy debt to the Gundam franchise. Similar note, it also does, in some respect, reference slightly the what are colloquially known as mindfuck anime of the late 90s, early 2000s. So things like Evangelion, Razafon, Brain Powered, whatever. You know, you've got your, you know, fairly standard, you know, slightly better than the rest mech, powered by something, you know, that's a bit more important than you'd realise. Crazy stuff happens, becomes godlike powerful towards the end, you know, that kind of deal. Now, of course, I'm playing, you know, quite near the beginning of the game, so said godlike power hasn't happened yet. So no zero shift teleportation just now, just some good old-fashioned destruction. So, just you know, casually killing everything. Bit of the older, oh, I love that bit there. The laser sword fights there, proper clashing, dashing back and forth. To borrow a quotation from Osakon, from another Hideo Kojima game, it's like something from one of my Japanese animes. And that's what this is. This is effectively a mecha anime in game form, and you can't fault it for that, because it delivers everything you want from these. You know, you've got your fairly standard plot involving, you know, space colonies, giant machines of destruction, bad governments, that kind of deal, explosions, and it's all in your hands. And I really enjoy that. Okay, so I'm fighting what is known as a cellar at the moment, which appears to be just something that shits out bad guys immensely. I don't understand how it does that. Indefinite bad guy shitting. Life is weird like that. So you'll notice that I am spamming this one particular move there, because it is designed really to be used in this area. Because when it hits the opponent, they go flying backwards, and if they do collide into, say, a wall or whatever, extra damage. So yeah, it's useful here. Okay, so lock 1 is destroyed. Okay, who is next? Well, nobody hit. Let's go. Oh no, fine. Cyclopses, thousands of them. And of course, here's the obligatory anime style cutscene. Gotta love it, gotta love it. There's Dingo Egret, my pilot. The Japanese have a problem with names. mean, Dingo here. He's not baby stealing as near as I can tell, but still, you don't want to call your badass fighter pilot guy Dingo. There is a real Narm moment towards the end of the game, actually, where our evil bad guy declares, "It's Dingo!" And you can't take that seriously. I'm sorry. But then again, as I said, Japan has this issue. I mean, the original Mobile Suit Gundam did have Lala of all people. What other daft names are there? Oh, Aura Battle of Dunbine. Guy called Shot Weapon. I love that. Shot Weapon. It's such a good name for somebody. It's a good thing as well that he wasn't, behind weapons development, because you can't imagine, a secretary named Shot Weapon. Anyway, I'll ignore that. Leave that for further discussion if I ever do like a Dunbine game or whatever. So back to Zone of the Enders. Just destroying everything. I'm on my way back now, and I've got all these bad guys just standing in my way. Mummy heads and whatnot. Yeah. They can't handle this. I mean, I suppose part of it is because they are unmanned mecha. They're all AI controlled, whereas I'm the dude in the machine. Again, another kind of thing you often find in these mecha things is that the unmanned AI is usually doesn't compare to the power of humans. It was a major theme in Gundam Wing. I can't think of any others off the top of my head that do feature in that. I think about that. But no, invariably you do usually see though the AI controlled ones tend to get the weaker machines, and they save the really powerful, awesome mecha for the cool dudes. The Shah Aznavours, your Mayo Platos, that kind of people. Okay, so I don't know where all these guys are coming from. There's so many. They seem to exist purely to get in my way and then die horribly. Here we go. This is more like it. Mines. These things are annoying. You get too close, you're dead. Fact. So as a result, I have to do this ridiculous thing here where I sort of go a bit forward, then dash back quickly before they run into me, explode while firing my mini lasers of death. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, and there's these weird little things here. They're annoying. They seem to latch onto me, which means I can get attacked by the raptors, only they chose to stand back and watch. Mook Chivalry, I believe that's called. Mook Chivalry. Not Mook Chivalry like something you get at McDonald's, or ye old McDonald's I guess, but Mook as in M-O-O-K. I'm going to stop clarifying every word I say now. Let's just heal up with some Metatron, the applied phlebotomy of this game. Yeah, basically you can, much like Metal Gear Solid can be described as nanomachines, son! This game can be described as Metatron. Not Megatron. Wonder if that's a coincidence. Anyway, just more mummy heads. These guys aren't proving as annoying as I have done in the past. I wonder if this is some kind of lull me into a false sense of security kind of deal. I'm not complaining, because I do enjoy taking these guys out before they get too annoying. Because Ada, the AI in the mecha here, she doesn't shut up, as you can tell. See? And most of the time, it's stuff that I've already noticed like 5 seconds before she even says so. Again, power of human, better than machine. Don't let robots take your jobs, kids. It'll end badly for all concerned. Okay, so we've got another cellar door problem here. And there's a Cyclops. Okay, so yeah, I do have to turn my back on all the other guys at this point, because if I spend all my time fighting the dudes rather than the cellar, I am just going to be fighting indefinitely. Ah, there's the laser beams of death. But yeah, eventually it gets to the point where I'll have about 7 or 8 mummy heads on me, all firing those beams, lock me in somewhere, then it's game over. And nobody wants to see that. Alright, so, I think, yep, this is it, okay. Second big lock thing to be destroyed. That was simple enough. Okay, so, let's just turn around and fly out. No, of course not. You have to talk to me, don't you, Ada? Come on, what's going on? Yep, mummy heads! Thousands of them! Won't this be fun? See, I'd love to, but I'm kind of got my hands full here. See? My screen's all blurry now because I got hit by that thing. Don't like that. It's most annoying. Most annoying. Now you see, at this point, I think I played enough of the game to know how to do this. You don't need to tell me everything. You don't need to hold my hand, Ada. If you were such a good battle AI, you'd automatically notice these things and get me out of the way beforehand. I don't know. Damn it, Japan. Damn it, Japan. Anyway, there we are. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's going to be suffering very swiftly. Alright. That was an amusing diversion. Now then, let's get out of here. Ooh, weapon! Yay, new weapon! So, what does that appear to do? It looks like a crotch rocket. Cool! Okay, let's go make good use of this new crotch rocket then. Yep, make sure I pick it first. Woo! Okay, come on. Now see, they only ever give you these things so you can use them immediately afterwards. Like so. Okay, my crotch rocket here is completely wiping out a load of little fighter jet dudes. To be fair, I could take those guys out easily anyway, so I don't see the point in this. Like so. Oh well. Might as well use it while I've got it. Much like men and gentlemen before impotence sets in. Sad times. I suppose there's a speed thing going on then, yeah. So, crotch rocket is good at wiping these guys out quickly. Excellent. And now it's a Cyclops. These guys got a massive difficulty upgrade from the first game, where all they could do really was get up close and punch you a few times. Now you see, what that meant was all you need to do is fly back a bit and go, ha, can't hit me now, can you? While firing ranged attacks. Now these guys now just fire force bubbles at you instead, which do an obscene amount of damage. I don't like it. Okay, Metatron, that means something big's gonna happen. Ooh, cutscene. So what's going on here? Well, stuff, some buildings, an explosion! Woo! Yay! It's Viola and then an Ephetus. Right, quick bit of backstory. Viola was one of the bosses of the first game, and what we have here is an upgraded version of her mecha with her brain patterns installed as AI. Okay, so maybe sometimes, you know, regular cool machines go to AI, but this is slightly different. Okay, so the old puzzle boss here. I have to block her attacks with a big panel, which conveniently are lying around everywhere here. I like it when the bosses can fight you in places that give you a chance to protect yourself. It's really good of them, you know. That said, when I become a supervillain, I'm going to make sure that's not the case. Pow! Right in the kisser. Alright, so, as you can see, she's clearly regretting that, taking out a good chunk of her life. Now we just need to go back and repeat this, and we should be golden. So, bit of context here as well. Viola here happens to have been, well, she and Dingo dated during the events of before the events of the first game. Dingo being an ex-ace fighter and whatnot. So yeah, this is kind of awkward for him. You know that, yeah, if you ever break up with someone, then a computer with their brain pattern comes and tries to kill you. I've been there. It's not fun. So, yeah, whatever you do. Let's just continue this old pattern of block, smack, and there we go. Of course, she seems to be blocking a lot quicker than I like. It's not fun. I'll bet you are, love. Now, I wonder if they got that brain pattern directly from her fighting or from somewhere else, because that's kind of creepy. I'm sure Dingo's heard that many a time. Creepy. Okay, halfway there. Stage 1 complete. It's always interesting how they give very feminine mecha to people. I mean, there's no way a dude would be piloting that, because it's got breasts. I don't know, I actually have a lot of trouble thinking about any mecha series where a male pilot has gotten something that has breasts. I mean, yeah, in Super Robot Wars you can put any of the male Mazinger pilots in the Aphrodite Ace, for example, and do the breast missile. But that's not canon. I don't know, it's bizarre. I mean, you can put girl pilots in very, you know, masculine-looking mech. I mean, let's say the Gundam Alex, that pilot was a girl. Nothing particularly feminine about that, but anyway. So, we don't have anything to hide behind this time. So, what to do? Stay still for a moment, Viola. I want to talk with the AI, see what's going on. Aha! So once again, we've been stuck in somewhere that is detrimental to the boss fight. Again, bosses. Stupid. Why? Okay, let's go. Come on. Okay. She just blocks all my attacks as usual. I'm going to say I do despise this part because more often than not, I end up caught in there as well. And I think that will do more damage to me than Viola here herself, which is insane. I shouldn't be damaging myself more than her. What kind of boss is that? On the plus side, I appear to have got her in some kind of loop, so I don't need to do too much dodging, just keep smacking her. So yeah, I'm just going to spam the charge attack because it does work. Okay, thank you Jehuti, I need to know how much I'm dying. It's an interesting move that. It's quite annoying, but... Ugh. Come on, get off. There we go. No. Oh, for God's sake. I should have stopped that. No, kept flying into the damp wall. Come on. Yeah. Oh well, never mind. Looks like I win. Ha ha ha. You dared. I wonder why an AI is crying out in pain. Well, these are questions for another day, I feel. So, I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I've been Fabs for Arm with Controllers. So, see you later, and, as always, game hard. Good night.